What is up, guys? Fado82 coming at you with a look at the new iteration, the next iteration of the Hapis Island map. This used to be called a Legacy-inspired map, and it's come a long way, guys. They've done a lot of work to it. There's some new Rad Town models in the game, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at it. You'll notice that this particular Rad Town, which is one of the brand new handcrafted models, has streetlights that are illuminating it. Pretty cool stuff, but that's not the only source of light in the game. You guys will notice the candle hat is now in the game, and we can go ahead and we can ignite it, and that will also light our way as we're exploring this Rad Town. Very interesting, guys. Very well laid out. I like how it's spread out. It's a little less prefab than the other Rad Towns. It has debris in certain places. Everything appears to be handcrafted. The streetlights in the game, guys, are new. They may be removed in the future. The developers said that they're in there right now, but don't get too attached to them, as it might not really fit with the aesthetic of Rust. But at this point, there are streetlights in here, and I think it's pretty cool stuff. So as far as the loot in here, it still has the containers. You can go ahead and loot it just like you normally would in a Rad Town, and really interesting. So it looks like with this particular Rad Town, there's only one way in, and then one way back out. So that's pretty cool stuff. As far as the buildings in here, it doesn't look like you can enter them at this point, at least in this particular Rad Town. But that's a cool addition, though, that there's these two separate buildings that are very distinct looking. Very interesting, guys, and we'll go ahead and, before we move out from here, we'll take just a quick look at it from the air, and we can kind of get a better layout of this particular Rad Town. Alright, guys, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to move on. We're going to take a look at some other locations on the new Hapis Island map and just kind of show off some of the features. And this is one of the other new Rad Towns on the Hapis map, guys. Pretty cool looking stuff from the air. Again, it has the street light in it. As far as the Rad Town itself, the layout, it's got some pretty cool looking, what looks like bunkers here, or doorways that would go into a bunker type area. So let's go ahead and check it out a little bit more. So when you're down here in the ground level, this one is a little bit more open than the other one. You can sort of run into it a little bit quicker. There are these overhead garage doors here, which you can open, but it's really cool stuff. Kind of adds to the overall aesthetic to it. You can go ahead and break barrels as you normally would in here. This building is also one that cannot be entered at this time, and this looks like it's some type of an underground bunker. This is sort of what these slabs here would indicate. Pretty cool stuff. I like the big pipe here that sort of you can jump on top of and run around. That's really cool stuff. Really digging the new models, guys. They've done a lot of work to unsuck the Hapis map, and the Rad Towns are really a cool indicator of that. Look at the cool rusted car model there. Very, very cool stuff. So let's go ahead, guys, and take another look at it from the air. We'll go up a little bit and take a look at the different aspects to it. Again, a really cool Rad Town that's less pre-made than the ones we've become used to. The pipe in the game, guys, the pipe in this particular Rad Town seems to run for quite a distance here as well. You can also see there's some more industrial type power lines up there, which are pretty cool looking stuff as well. And let's go ahead and actually follow those power lines a little bit up into the hills to see where they go. Our friend the German said that there's an interesting location up here in the snowy mountains if we keep going this way. So he's a man of his word, and we'll go ahead and see what we can't find up here. And what we're finding up here, guys, is a satellite dish. There's been some changes to the satellite dish, as far as the fact that on the Hapis map it now spawns in the middle of one of the new Rad Towns here, which is another new addition to this map. I'm not sure, guys, if these are going to make their way to the procedurally generated maps, these new Rad Towns. I hope that they do, because they're really cool looking. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what's different about this particular Rad Town. Well, everything's different because it's brand new, but let's take a look at it a little closer on the ground. So coming into this one, it looks like it is, as best I can tell, one entry point at this particular location, although you can get into these little cracks through the wall as well. so you can get into it a couple different ways. The buildings, again, look like they can't be entered, but this particular one up here does have a balcony that you can run up onto if you were so inclined. So we'll go ahead and we'll take a look at the satellite dish. It looks like it may be a little bit different. There was somebody who was saying when I was on the Rustified dev server that loot actually spawns up on the satellite, and I'm not seeing an indication of that right now, but it could be the case. Let's quickly go into the fly mode and just take a look. Not seeing any loot spawning on the satellite, but maybe the person was just saying that it spawns around the satellite because it's in the irradiated area. Cool stuff, guys. So there's supposed to be I think 5 new rad towns. We've looked at 3 of them as well, this being the 3rd. We'll go ahead and see if we can't find the other ones. And guys, this is one of the other areas in the map that's new. It appears to be an underground bunker. You can't enter it. There's really nothing noteworthy around it right now. It doesn't go anywhere, but I'm assuming future iterations of the map will have more going on here. It's pretty cool stuff, and really cool looking, and I'm really excited to see where this progresses and what it brings in future iterations. Alright guys, let's go ahead and take a fly around the map now and see what they've done to unsuck the Hapis map. Pretty cool stuff.